So for planing, you get the skew on the rest. You bring it into contact with the workpiece and then slide it back and raise the handle as you're coming back until the cutting edge starts to pull a shaving. You want the cutting edge to be at about 45 degrees, and you want your cutting to be taking place somewhere in that area of the edge. You don't want to get up too close to the point here, because if you do, it will grab and dig in. You can use the short corner, but if you do, you'll be pushing a ridge of shavings, like a frilly ridge, and on some woods that frill can start to get pretty long before it breaks off, and it'll be slapping you on the back of the hand, and it's just better to try and keep your cutting going on in fully on the edge. Okay, so I'm on the rest. The tool is rubbing on the work. I'm raising the handle, and now it's starting to cut. Okay, now that isn't particularly good at the moment. I have a nice clean surface here, but if you're trying to start at the edge, you got to really be careful as you start. You're better to start in a little bit and then go back the other way to get the end piece. Okay, now if I cut with using the short corner, I'm pushing that frill of wood in front of me, which kind of blocks your view to start with, and can also, like, that frill can get long enough so it's slapping you in the back of the hand, which can get irritating after a while. And I'm not going to demonstrate what happens if you get the long point engaged, because I don't want to be picking my chisel out of the wall over there. Okay, so that's with the really acute angle. Now with the blunter angle, I find it doesn't have quite as much tendency to want to as the I guess grain density or the texture of the wood changes. It doesn't seem to want to grab the wood and grab the edge and pull it deeper in nearly as much with this grind as it does with this grind. I find it easier to get a smooth cut the full length using the little blunter. Now when I'm saying blunt, I'm talking about the angles here, not the sharpness of the cutting edge. Okay, the planing cut is probably the easiest cut to make with the skew. The next cut is the facing cut. Facing off the end grain to square it up with the spindle with the turning axis. For that, you want this bevel to be lined up with the direction of cut. So since this is ground at 12 or 13 degrees, and that means I got to swing the handle 12 or 13 degrees to line that bevel up. But I'm not paying any attention to that. I'm just looking at this bevel and seeing whether it's in line with the end or not. I also don't want all of this edge to be cutting because that will really put a lot of force on the handle trying to flip the tool up. So I want to, if I have the tool, the cutting edge vertical there, I want to swing it around till the bevel is lined up with the end, and I want to rotate it just a little bit so that only the end here is actually doing any cutting. You also can't take too much of a bite at one time. And this is softwood, so I can take a heftier bite than I could if it was, say, hard maple. So that is slightly concave, and that really wasn't deliberate. It's just that it tends to want to make the surface concave. Okay, so that is, wow, that is pretty close to square. That's better than I usually do. Now, I'm right-handed. I don't usually have a problem doing the right-hand end.